In today's video, what I'm gonna share with you, what actually matters when it comes to fitness to actually move the needle forward. To make what you want happen with your body, the thing you've been chasing probably for far too long without answers, in a way that agrees with who you are. You're sharper, you have more energy, you have more charisma, you're able to articulate yourself because that energy is infectious. And how you get into shape is the only way you know how to get and stay in that shape. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Look what we got for you. A whole fish with a bunch of veggies, nose to tail, guts and all, baby. $139 at night, and I'm about to have me a feast because here on this page, we have rule number 3, and that is to never go to bed hungry. First order of business, tuck in like absolute gentlemen. Listen, I break all the rules when it comes to dieting. You wanna know why? Because everyone's just an absolute square out here, telling you, oh, you gotta do X, Y, and Z. What is the point of being jacked if you don't make it look like an absolute blast? If your life isn't an absolute blast, your day-to-day process isn't an absolute blast. Everyone's got it twisted. You guys are all out here chasing features. Oh, I wanna look like this, and I wanna look. Of course, I had the same exact goals, but one thing I was not willing to do is sacrifice this thing right over here. My spirit and what I like to do, and naturally how I like to flow when I do things, all agrees with how I like to live my life. For example, I don't really like eating throughout the day, so I won't eat until I've trained. This is how I do it, because the food, I look forward to it. Look at this. Look, you see how beautiful that is? Dude, anabolic as can be. And the reason why I like eating the whole fish with the guts is not because I'm the new liver king, and that's how I got these muscles, bro. Yes, of course, protein is extremely important, but I like eating everything nose to tail. It's a way of life. When I do something, I do it. And I think that there's too many people out here trying to optimize for their MyFitnessPal app that is absolutely soulless. And you wonder why, bro, I can't do the intuition thing. It's like, funny enough, someone sent me this video and it was actually about me. And he was like, let me tell you something. He goes, people that count calories were naturally gamblers or risk takers. Who the hell are you talking to, you risk taking? You're inputting numbers that give you the exact formula that you're looking for. You're the antithesis of anything that has to do with just allowing just life to unfold. You have to have full control over stuff. Acting like, oh yeah, I'm a gambler. Bro, you ain't doing nothing. I'm not kidding. Someone said it to me, I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing my absolute ass off. I thought it was so funny. How do you go from saying, yeah, I use MyFitnessPal because I'm a risk taker? I was like, I kind of respect it because of just how ridiculous you are, like, obviously. But my point in saying this is if you just eat the right foods and you train as hard as possible, I'm talking about training till failure on every single mark, you could eat like an absolute king. You can. I'm not joking, because it's your metabolism. It's about metabolic flexibility and metabolic health. Your metabolism is not, oh, you know, I have too high of metabolism, I can't gain weight. That's BS. What you're doing is you're training your system to do exactly what you want it to do. Human beings, what we do better than any other organism is adapt. That's what we do. So you just make it sure that you set up the pieces on the board to where your body adapts to exactly what you want. That means you have to train till failure, train to get stronger, move your body every single day, and your body then realizes, oh, this is a very energetic individual. That's how your metabolism starts to upregulate. You have to do it through movement. You ain't gonna just get it done through diet. You can't fix your metabolism by literally sitting on your ass, not doing much, not moving your body, not strength training, not cardio, not sprints, not sports, and expect you to look a certain way. To me, I want to be in a type of shape that people are like, this is impossible to do naturally. You know, I want their brains to break. And it's not because it's like, I want to be seen a certain way. It's, I know I'm capable of this. I know that natural supremacy legitimately, and it's funny, I like wording it this way because it's fun to say, but on a real note, it's your spirit. That's what you're harnessing. This is what food is. Like, when you eat, you should eat. When you train, you train. When you rest, you rest. A lot of you guys wonder about how can I be more present, and I feel like you're trying to think your way into presence. Everyone's out here trying to think their way into presence and trying to put it into words. You don't think your way into presence, you act your way into presence. You put more on your plate than you think you can handle. How did that happen from a fish video? Anyways, I'm absolutely starving. Let me grab my food. And I was gonna eat this whole thing in front of you, but honestly, I feel like having myself a nice night where I just get to eat, not make content. That's why I don't like everyone always asks me, we wanna see you smash. I'll have a couple bites. I'll have the guts. How about that? I'll have the guts. See that? See the guts? Hold on. Let me give you the actual guts. See that? Oh yeah. Dude, my seasoning game is absolutely out of control. Absolutely out of control. But the reason why I've been able to get in this type of shape regardless, by the way, I drink caffeine probably till midnight. I don't even sleep that great. My biggest meals probably, like this is a big meal right before I go to sleep. It's because I'm doing everything I need to in the day. This is the reward. I call it dangling the donut. You can apply this to anything in your life. The thing that gives you just this emotional feedback response that makes everything worth it, dangle that sucker. I mean it. That way you're able to eat this way. You know, like obviously you see the foods I'm eating. This is extremely nutrient dense, especially with the fish, nose to tail, good veggies, all heated up, onions, garlic, eggplant, tomatoes, peppers. This is good food. There's nothing to overcomplicate. Bro, you're gonna mess up your upregulation, your REM sleep. You think I care? And I say that not because I'm even just trying to act like, oh, like, yeah, I don't care about nothing. Because I care more than I should, but I just care about the right things. That's the difference. I was the guy who used to care about everything. I care more than I should. But when you just care about the few things that actually are effective and that actually go a long way, you can do anything however you want. You can set the rules. That's what I do. I'm not kidding. People look at me like, I've never seen anyone operate like you. It's actually kind of nuts. And it's because it's my process at the end of the day. What I like to do is I like to go through my day and just get after it. I wake up in the morning, I go sit on my balcony, I look out, and I'm like, okay, today, am I going to be a winner today? Yes. I just get absolutely after it. And then at the end of the night, this is what I get to do. Just enjoy myself. I get to have this meal and just, I'm telling you, it's anabolic. It's so anabolic, this way of thinking. And that's the point, is I do it in a way that people are like, wow, like I don't have to just hate my life. Fitness doesn't have to be, no. I wanted to be in a type of shape that is truthfully undeniable, but I also wanted it to be, fitness is not my entire life. Funny enough, I have a fitness page now. But it's to explain these things. And in addition, we obviously have like businesses that I talk about like on the business channel if you want, by the way. Uncle Rami Business, I go into that stuff, basically me building out Crusadia from scratch. It's the first digital nation. I'm not joking when I say it. Now we're at a point now where the first thing with a nation, you have to build culture, right? And then you have to have a community to buy into that culture, meaning we all agree with this culture. And if we don't, then it doesn't work. And then from there, now it's setting up economy and facilitating these things. My point is that is my priority. That is my life. Fitness just allows me to just put that part of my brain just locked and loaded, and I make all of the right decisions. I'm sharp because I'm present. That's what training trains. It trains presence. If you give everything you got to every part of your day, making the best decision that you think you can make, that's what I do. I just train better than everybody else, and I eat extremely nutrient-dense foods and foods that I absolutely love with the best seasonings on earth. Don't do goy slop type of sauces. I don't do any of that. Because the problem is most people's taste buds are hijacked. So what you need is like, how do I do the Ninja Cream ice cream that's got xanthan? It's got all BS in there. You need those foods. You need to count calories because your taste buds have been hijacked. But when you eat the right foods and you undo all of that, you don't have the brain fog you think you do. That's why I'm able to break all these rules and still operate at 10x the capacity most people are that are preaching fitness. People that preach fitness typically are the most fragile. That is the opposite purpose of getting into phenomenal shape. It's to be anti-fragile, to be resilient. I basically force my biology to conform exactly to how I want to live my life. And there's no reason why you can't do that for yourself. Stop listening to people that don't have your playbook on how you want to live. Information without context and executing means nothing. That's what this game comes down to. And that's why I'm gonna eat the rest of this on my own, because I deserve this. Oh yeah, a little cayenne pepper on that baby. Come on! Let me finish chewing. Got some bone in there. All right, I'll go for another bite. All right, I appreciate watching this video. I hope this is well worth your time. If there's anything you guys want specifically, please drop it down in the comments. And if people like those comments, give those a thumbs up and they'll add to make a video on it. As always, y'all, I love you very much. Listen, if you want to get into the best shape of your life, I highly recommend you join Crusadia. We have a 100-day crusade. You have every single one of my programs left, right, and center. Every single one, even my highest level one, that my coaching clients were like, hey, put this in the group. We need this for the country. Getting into the best shape of your life is phase one. That is how it works. You get into the best shape of your life and everything wants to bleed over. But you have to allow it to bleed over, not cope behind the fact that I'm the fitness guy. And if you get in the best shape of your life, you're already gonna be ahead of 95% of people, but there's no reason to settle. You're capable of more. I'm telling you, I promise you, you are capable of anything you want in this life. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. That's why I made Crusadia a ridiculously low amount of dollars, because there's just no excuse. If you genuinely want this for your life, this is who it's for. Anyways, I love you guys. From Uncle Rami to the Natural Crusaders to the boys in Crusadia, I love you guys, man. You guys are family to me. I say that at the end of every video now because it's true. And you guys already know what we're doing inside is pretty damn special. And I'm so happy that you're here. Anyways, I love you guys. Uncle Rami out. Peace.